Here comes the drone. Thank you for a $5 super chat. I know you're a big Cinewhoop guy. Blunty or point nose props for Cinewhoops that don't have ducts. So here comes the drone. My opinion is that the bullnose props that originally came on Cinewhoops, the intent, and this is a fact, Andy Shen has talked about this, the intent was that the prop would be sort of dug into a channel in the TPU duct. And when you have a duct and the prop is extremely close to the duct, you get an increase in efficiency. That has basically gone away. All Cinewhoop props nowadays there's too much of a gap between the duct and the prop tip to get a gain in efficiency. And that's, I think, why we've seen a lot of Cinewhoops moving away from great big ducts towards just prop guards, because the ducts weren't really acting like ducts. They were just great big honking prop guards. Well, at that point, why not just make them little prop guards? I do still think there's an advantage to the bullnose props, though, because Cinewhoops are often heavy for the amount of thrust that they're making. They're often carrying a lot of weight for their size. And normally what you do if you had a quad that was heavy is you would go up to the next larger size in prop, right? You want to carry more payload, you have a larger prop, it makes more thrust, it's more efficient. But Cinewhoops, you don't have the option. I mean, of course, you could just build a bigger Cinewhoop. These days, people are building quote-unquote Cinewhoops with 4 and 5-inch props. I don't think they're Cinewhoops at that point, but that's a semantic distinction. Typically, you'd have a Cinewhoop and it would be sort of stuck at the 3-inch size because that's how big your quad was, and you didn't want a bigger quad because it's got to be small and fly indoors. So you need to make the most amount of thrust that you can get to carry this heavy GoPro on these little 3-inch props. And bullnose props, although they are less efficient, I think that they do make more thrust. So even if your Cinewhoop has no ducts or no prop guards, I think there's still a benefit for using the bullnose props. I think there's a reason you see people using them.